Welcome back to Inside the Industry here on Caribbean Gospel TV. We've been speaking to a lot of gospel artists today. We spoke about different album launches, different music that's coming out, and we're here bringing you some of the best. Today we're speaking about another album launch, and we get insight into the life of another gospel artist. So let's welcome someone hailing from Jamaica. Well, the team is hailing from Jamaica. There's a lot of buzz about this young man, so I'm sure as soon as I introduce him, you will know exactly who I'm speaking about. So we welcome to Inside the Industry, Prince Saj and Candise Bulli. Welcome.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Hi,
Thank you for having me.
yes, thank you so much for having us.
Pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. So let me start speaking with Candice. So Candice, I know that it's a very busy time right now because you guys are actually preparing for an album launch. And this album launch, this album is called Fully Jesus. A lot of persons are looking forward to, what Prince Saj will bring to the table. So tell me, what's it like right now for you guys in preparation for this album launch?
So we are in full preparation mode. We are trying to do our best to package this event so that it one celebrates Saj, but also celebrates God. Because at the end of the day, we would not be here without him. Saj would not be where he is without him. And this album is not just about being a gospel artist, is about being fully Jesus by fully surrendering to him. And so we are doing our very best to put this together so that we can also tell Saj's story, because a lot of persons do not know where he's coming from and how God has brought him from where he was to where he is now. And so we want to tell that story and also give people what they came for, which is his music as well.
Oh, that is lovely. And I think that's a great way for us to even start this conversation. I'd like to head over to Saj. Saj, thanks again for joining us. And Candice just told us a bit about, you starting with a really powerful story. If you could just give us some insights about who you are. We'd even like to know about your name because we call you Prince Saj on the stage. But what is your real birth name and what is your story like?
Yes, so my birth name is Sajay Smith, and I'm from both Spanish Town and St. Thomas. A little bit of both. My mom in the parish of St. Catherine, my dad in the parish of St. Thomas, and they found each other, and here I am today. And I'm grateful that I'm here, grateful that God allowed me to be here so that I can impact the world through this gifting that He has given me. And I just want to just share that with everyone. I came from humble beginnings. Growing up, I never really had it easy. I was abused, molested, abandoned, had to almost be eating out of garbage bin, basically like an outcast, never really had that great of a father figure to really teach me a lot of stuff, and I think the reason why my mom resented me was probably because every time she probably looked at me, she probably saw my dad and, the things that he had done to her, she kind of made her resent me. So now growing up, I understand that and I love my mom. We're building a great relationship now. My dad passed away about 2 years ago when we were just building back our relationship, but we had some time to speak and, we were definitely on the track getting back, the love that was kind of lost. And I thank God for that, but now, I'm here serving God. My journey to God, was not an easy one. It started where, someone was ministering to me one night, telling me about the love of God. And I replied and told the person that there are just some people that are made to go to hell, and I'm one of them. And the person looked at me and is destined, for hell just like that, and, they ministered unto me. And from that, I started to pray a little bit more, I almost lost my life as well, which kind of led to that too, because in praying and drawing closer to God during that time, and then that happened, but God saved my life and I realized that it was Him, was all the more reason to draw even closer to Him. And, from then, until now, it's been a roller coaster ride, but I give God thanks that I'm here now doing an interview on Caribbean Gospel TV.
Wow, we are so happy to hear your story. Thank you so much for sharing that, Saj. And I want to know as well. I mean, you spoke about your early years, you spoke about your salvation. How did you discover that you were musically inclined? Was it that when you were young, you always had a passion for music? How did you discover that?
So my mom is a singer. My mom is a singer, so I guess that's where I got the little singing from. She always kind of took me to the studio with her because she did backup vocaling for some reggae artists. Because that time my mom was big on the reggae thing. Thank God she's a Christian now. But that time she was doing some backup vocalist singing. For reggae artists. She used to bring me to the studio here and there. And I saw her sing, and I used to sing some original songs that she wrote, and she wasn't big or famous or popular, but because she's my mom, I just sang her songs and it brought me joy singing them. But I never realized that I had the talent for music until the late stages of high school, around 10 going to 11th grade in high school, because I went to the Seaforth High School, graduated from the Seaforth High School in St. Thomas. I went down to the music room one day where they were playing the band, and I said to the music teacher, I can DJ. And he was like, I don't have time for the foolishness right now. A lot of people come and say them can DJ. And I said, no, man, just try something, man. Give me a rhythm, any rhythm at all. The band started playing, and he didn't allow me, but I went into the music room, took up the mic while the band was playing a rhythm, and I started to just sing and DJ. And when
Wow.
he heard me, he came out and he was like, I thought it was a joke. I think I did joke. I did I make it? And I said, no. Can DJ for real, man. And he said, all right, tell you what. A competition is coming up, JCDC competition. I want you to enter it. And I said, all right, no problem. Entered the JCDC competition, won the parish competition for the JCDC, went on to nationals. While I was awaiting nationals, another competition was going on called the Youth Got Talents competition. And I entered that competition. I came third the year before, because I didn't really take it serious that year that I came third. But the following year, I took the music thing even more serious. I went on and I won that competition, and then went to nationals in JCDC, won nationals as well, entered the Jamaica Best School Band, won Jamaica Best School Band as well. And then from that, it kind of just nudged in my mind that, you have a knack for this, though, you have a talent, you can utilize your talent. But that was in the secular world, though. That wasn't me turning Christian as yet. Still a teenager at that time. And then I started to do some freestyles, putting them on the internet. Never really amounted to a lot of anything, but I did it still because I just love doing music, and I realized that I had the talent, and in doing them, I got some recognition from popular people in the secular music industry, but then, after everything happened where I almost lost my life, and also one day trying to do a secular freestyle, but nothing would sound good, and I had written one gospel song, and the voice came to me that day and said, try freestyling the gospel song that you wrote long ago. I wasn't really giving into it because I told myself I wasn't gonna sing that song. I just wrote it just for just writing its sake. But I gave in, started to sing the song, and everything came back to me. I felt that happiness like I've never felt before. I felt that joy like I've never. I realized I was singing the song, I was twisting, I was turning, I was jumping. It brought such a happy feeling. And I was like, this is the type of music I want to do from this day forward. And from that day, I took that video, posted it on the internet with a long caption. It's almost like, an epistle, as many persons would say I wrote, and many persons read it, congratulated me, of starting my walk with God. But when I went to my bed and woke up the other morning, thousands of people unfollowed me, and I was shocked. But I still pressed on, still pushed forward, and I'm here today as a living testimony of not giving.
Wow, What an experience. What an
Yep.
experience. I really, really appreciate getting to hear your musical journey, once, being in the secular world and coming in
Yes.
and experiencing that peace as you described it. And so right
Yes.
now we on the brink of you releasing your album. It's called
Yes.
Fully Jesus. Give
Yes.
us some insight into that album. What was the inspiration behind it?
So the album came about because over the years I've been doing gospel music now for 4.5 years. Wow, that's a long time, but you know, 4.5 years now. I've been doing gospel music, and over the years, I've released numerous of gospel singles that many persons have, catch on to and has become a favorite within the Jamaican gospel industry and also internationally as well. And I've always wanted to release a project where it relates to an album, but I never had to go ahead from God to release an album. I think 2023 I got to go ahead to release an EP, right? That's a shorter version of an album. However, this year now going forward, I got the peace from God to release an album, put all those songs on a project and release them out there so people can listen to. And I decided to name the album Fully Jesus because Fully Jesus is the slogan, or many of us would say slang or tagline that I started out with, right? And when I started out, my mission was no compromise, surrendering heart, mind, soul, and body to Jesus Christ. Not about serving two masters, can't have one foot in and one foot out, but total submission to God. And that is what I told God I wanted to do and be, just surrendering my all to Him. And that's what I want to live by for God, So this album will show for not just Prince Saj's musical abilities, but it's also, as Candy said earlier, will tell a story. Many of my songs, if persons want to know me, they can listen to my songs and know who am I. So this is just my journey from how I started out from up until now and further on, God's willing, things to come. So the Fully Jesus album is ready and we're about to launch off. And I'm just hoping that people will just come out and catch on to the launch as well. So all of us can launch off into a greater purpose and a greater destiny in Christ. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing that, Prince. We're really looking forward to the album Fully Jesus. I'm sure I will be playing it here on Caribbean Gospel TV. And again, just thanks for sharing your journey and being so real with us here on this interview. I want to turn over to Candice because I know we're preparing for this album launch. So Candice, could you just let us know a bit more about what persons can look forward to? Give us details about when it's happening, where it's happening, and the lineup as to what the actual event is going to look like.
Okay, so firstly, this event will be on June 14th, which is a Saturday. It will be at the Swallowfield Chapel, which is in Kingston, and it's going to be starting at 6 p.m. sharp, right, guys? Please be on time. It will be at 6 p.m. sharp all the way until 10 p.m. And for general admission, it will be 4,500, and then it's 8,500 for VIP. At the gate is 5,500 and 10,000 for VIP at the gate. We are going to be sponsored by DF Entertainment, The Journey Production, Fully Jesus Clothing, St. Mary's Tropical Snacks, Unique, Spur Open. We have Timeless Radio. We have Kintyre Holdings. We have Caribbean Gospel TV, of course. We have Sun City Radio. We have Vitamalt. We have Dr. Phil. We have JPS. And we are about to add CVM on top of this as well. So we have a great lineup of sponsors who will be having things. They have been such a great support in us bringing this to life. As it relates to who we're gonna have performing, we have the big bad Prince Saj, of course. Like it wouldn't be his album launch without him. And then we have Tashara, we have Jaron Nurse, which is a Caribbean gospel artist. We have Orville Sutherland, Ryan Davis, Jim Radical, Audia Spencer Brown, and Perry in Christ. We do have a special guest who is coming as well. So people have to They just have to come to be able to see who that person is going to be. But we have lots of things in store. So we're very excited to have everybody come on board and just to have a great time with Christ. I think I'm forgetting one thing. It's going to be hosted by the one and only IT Ellis. Everybody knows IT. He is a lover of Christ. And so we're very excited to have him on board to help us to kind of bring this event together as well.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Well, lots of excitement. I heard some of the artists, and we're very familiar with them. Janice is one of our favorites here in Trinidad. So looking forward to the event.
Happy to hear that.
Yes, for sure. And for those who are the international audience, right? Is there a way for them to connect or see highlights from the event, maybe?
So we are going to have, since we're in conversation with CVM right now to have that broadcasted live. So we have that on the table right now. Caribbean Gospel TV will be there, so they will have their highlights as well. Sun City Radio, they will be there and they will have their highlights on social media. So I think persons have to come. They have to just be there. Yeah. And if you're not in the country, you have to catch the highlights, and we'll have more information as it gets closer to the date, as it relates to streaming and where they'll be able to do it. If not, they'll have to try to log on to CVM to get the viewing of that.
Okay. And how are tickets looking? Are there still some available or they're sold out?
There's still some available. We're actually about to launch we're about to give a flash sale, right? So we had our early birds that went very well, but we have a flash sale that we're about to drop. So persons can look out for that so that they can save as well. And we do have a teen price also. We had to think about the teens. We know that $4,500 is not something that they can come by very easily because they're students. And so we decided, let's create a rate that is specifically for them. So their rate will be $2,500, but they would have to come at the gate with their school ID so that we know that they're actually a teenager. So that's how that will work as well.
Excellent, lovely. And can you share with us the social media handles that we can look out for to get more information on the event?
Yes, so it's Prince. So we have Prince Saj Music. So if you go to Prince Saj's page, he's always dropping information and dropping videos about whatever is coming out next. And then we have the official page, which is the Fully Jesus album launch page on Instagram. So it's Fully Jesus album launch on Instagram, and all the details for the events will be there.
All right, lovely. And who do you say who would you say is the target audience for this event? Are you looking more at young persons, youth, or is it a full family event?
It is a full family event. We want everyone to be there because Saj's music is positive. It's about God, and we know for a fact that God's music can spread across the board. So not all of Saj's audience are the younger audience, but we want to invite our older audience as well to come and just receive Christ, because we're going to be having so many different artists that they will love as well. Orville Sutherland, Audia Spencer Brown, they usually bring that old school, they bring those old school songs, so they will also enjoy those. So you just have to just come, everybody. It's open to everyone, children, adults, grandma, grandpa, everybody can be there.
And I'm sure they will enjoy it. I can see all of the grandparents nodding and saying, this is good music.
Yes, they will definitely enjoy it for sure.
For sure. Well, Candice, thank you so much for giving us all the details. We look forward to the album launch. As we get ready to wrap up, I would like to ask Prince Saj, just some closing words. What would you like to leave with our audience here on Caribbean Gospel TV?
Yes, I would say don't ever stop trying. You know, I posted something on Instagram the other day, well, just yesterday, where I say adversity builds character. So keep going forward. Your biggest test might also be your biggest testimony. And I can, hold on to that as well. Don't make, because of adversity or any obstacle, allow you to give up your walk or your faith in Jesus Christ. Keep going forward, because Jesus Christ is the one person that will never, ever, ever, ever ever give up on you. You understand? He'll always have your back. He'll always be there, even in times when it may seem like he's not there. He's always there. So never never throw in the towel, never give up. Continue your walk with Christ. If you fall today, get up, push on. Once you have life, breath in your body, keep going, keep pursuing that relationship with Christ. Call it what it may, because on that day of judgment, you want to be ready. You want to hear, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." You don't want to hear, "Depart from me." You understand? So keep going, keep doing your best. Live for Jesus Christ, fully Jesus, all day, every day. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much, Prince Saj. We appreciate those words. And there you heard it yourself, Fully Jesus. That's the name of the album as well that's being launched very soon. So be sure to look out on social media, ladies and gentlemen, to get more information. Really come out and support the music, support the work, the message of Prince Saj and his entire team, because clearly I know you guys are working very hard to give your best, to put your best out, for God's kingdom. So really want to congratulate you, Prince Saj, on the launch of your album. And also congratulate you, Candise, because I know you're very hands-on with the planning of the event. So great job to you both. You're young persons, just like myself, and you are really extending yourself and, giving your best to God's kingdom. So again, congratulations.
I just wanted to add, we have a very dedicated team. So it's not just me, right? We have a full team. We have somebody from marketing. We have Kedisha who's doing PR. We have somebody who's focusing on the operations of the event. We have a team that is fully in this. So it's just like Fully Jesus, we are fully in this as well to bring this all together. So it's really, for us, it's about teamwork and just all of us coming together for the love of Christ, but also to bring Saj to the forefront so that he can show people what God has done in his life.
Lovely. Really great example, guys. I'm loving what I'm seeing. I'm loving the whole collaborative energy, from you guys. So excellent job. Well, there we heard it again, Caribbean Gospel TV. The album launch, Fully Jesus, is coming out very soon. So be looking out. We will be happy to share a lot of those highlights here on Caribbean Gospel TV. So be looking out. Again, thank you guys for joining us, Candise and the Prince Saj. It's been a pleasure. And we look forward to seeing a lot more from you guys. Yeah? Thank you again.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye. All right, well, there we heard it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Inside the Industry. We got the opportunity to speak with a lot of young, energetic, budding artists and supportive team members. And so we continue to bring you the best here on Inside the Industry. So thank you for joining us. Until next time, be well, be good, take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Them fi know see a Jesus I run the whole nation. I'm here so to make so nice with Jesus Christ, no man. You don't know see a fully Jesus all day, every day, Satan, when me tell them, say you know, give me the redeemer. Make we thump it up and show them how we do it. None of them but the Father God alone around the street. I come to smoke the bread, the Bible verse, they probably repeat. The real me tally up, me never take the feed, them never know. I'm a now God that run and take the show. And my body me take him, me speed it up, change the flow. Happy Sam, me happy, me let it go and make you know. Pick up and repent before you make it up below. Bible verse, when me load up and you know the plan, me focus on. Make it a heaven, I be the only one. So this so different, we are the only one, the chosen one. Jesus never runs, so tell them loud. Alright, ready, let it go for yourself. Make a listen to the gospel and the love. Lift it up in our head, to the gospel. Verbally, me drop it like a bomb, you better be steady. Hey, I know the alone, you better run before the throne. The gift of Christ, I be your one to make your be forever known. After this, so this, you can't believe the Prince alone. Who the goes on it? Fully Jesus, make it so now and no promo. Move so fast, and tell me that's slow-mo. The Bible now, we have made them to keep no, oh no, look at it. We never want more, me say. Make it so now and no promo. Move so fast, and tell me that's slow-mo. The Bible now, we have made them to keep no, oh no. Listen me, hey, when me say I move so fast, this are no sonic, some little boys say them but through them all like a one-matic. At the word I got me beat them with, this are no magic, them can't stop me. Word a square at the box like on a kick. Me a full of fear, man, I'm rocking up on it. At the gospel of the Lord, it alone, me a traffic, me a be full of power, me no join the bag of him. Say God, when me say you know, fully Jesus, make it so now and no promo. So fast, they tell me not slow-mo. The Bible that we have made them catch it flow, no, oh no, look at it. We never want go, me say, make it so no and no promo. Move so fast that them in a slow-mo. The Bible that we have them catching blood up. Listen to me, sentence. Some boy nobody them just a talk tough. Come and up and a pop up like a walrus. Through them up here now work, see them start cause the blood of Jesus and make them put down the Taurus. Yeah, them nobody them just a talk tough. Come and up and a pop up like a walrus. Through them up here now work, see them start cause. When me say you know, only Jesus, make it so no and no promo. Move so fast that them in a slow-mo. The Bible that we have made them catch the blood. No, oh no, don't ahead. We never want more. We say, make it so no and no promo. Move so fast that them in a slow-mo. The Bible that we have made them catch the blood. No, oh no, don't ahead. We never want more. We say, make it so no and no promo. Move so fast that them in a slow-mo. The Bible that we have made them catch the blood. No, oh no, don't ahead. We never want more. We say, make it so no and no promo. Move so fast that them in a slow-mo. The Bible that we have made them catch the blood. No, oh no. Listen to me, no man. Take it down. All of the women of God, them in the place, so they make some nice then, no man. From when you know sound no virtuous, sound no righteous, sound no serve God, when you make some nice then, no man. All of the Proverbs 31 lady, them in the place, so they make some. Listen, my band, we can represent for the godly lady them. Go through them, no man. Godly ladies, let me see some hand in the ear, go so. Woo! The Bible said charm is deceitful and beauty is vain. But you see a woman who fears the Lord, she shall be praised. Godly ladies, let me talk to you now. Listen to me now. Hey, nobody make them dry you out. Running at the good race, so you better not drop out. Virtuous, fertile, you never see a drought. Streams of life, I give you water, read your Bible, check it out, never joke. You stand firm on the land, you are what kind of woman. Proverbs 31, stay strong. Nobody give in to Satan. God a bless you with abundance, our elevation already. Hey, girls, stay pretty fun, them and true Christ, I tell you now. Hey, this herb God a never problem. I represent for the girls, stay pretty fun, them and true Christ, I tell you now. You know see that this herb God a never problem. Listen to me now, in your prayer chamber, as you wake up, exercise, eat right so you stay up. Who said that the woman can't wear makeup? Please tell them to wake up. My girl, do your ear, do your nails, check it out. Skin clean, righteous when you step out. No make no boy trick you with no bag of vodka. God provide someone where they be about ready. Hey, girls, see pretty fun, them are true Christ, I tell you now. This herb God a never problem. I represent for the girls, see pretty fun, them are true Christ, I tell you now. See that about them. This herb God a never problem. I represent the godly woman there. Girls, see pretty fun, them are true Christ, I tell you now. You know see that this herb God a never problem. I represent the godly woman there. Girls, see pretty fun, them are true Christ, I tell you now. You know see that this herb God a never problem.